Hello and welcome to Karmaras.com. Today we're going to show you a little bit about the game called Karmaras and how to play and what the rules entail. We're going to start with a deck of cards here. As you can see on the front of the card, this is called a karma sequence. The cards go down, left and right. We have the chakras in the middle. We have the karma sequence on the right. What we're trying to do, the purpose of the game is to get these sequences balanced out. Every single card has colors on the back of it. This is called a split card. That means this can go either way depending on how the card is played. We'll get to that later. As we look on the cards, we can see this is a negative karma card. This will make the whole split card become negative. This is negative karma card, boom. We have another negative karma card, boom. We have a wild card. This is essentially like the Joker. It can become any card it wants to be. It can be any card. It is the most powerful card in the whole deck. Boom. This is a snatch card. This allows you to snatch your other player's card at any time during the game when you have it. You can literally snatch the other player's card, one of the cards that you want. Boom. This is from the blue chakra. This is a 3+ card. 1, 2, 3. 3+ chakra card here. This is one bar across the top. And this chakra is the blue chakra. This is a blue chakra as well. As you can see, it is -6. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means if you play this card first, on the top of your hand you will lose 6 cards. Once again, this is a split card. Depending on if you have a bad karma card or a good karma card, this can be changed into a split. It can be -3 or +3, depending on how the card is played. Once again, we have another split card in the blue chakra. We have a solid blue neutral. This counts as 1. This neither makes you lose cards or gain cards. This is the Alpha Omega card, a very, very powerful card. This, along with the core, as you can see, completes the entire sequence of the set. You have the top row, the bottom, the Alpha, the top, Omega, beginning and end, The core is literally the middle part of the deck. The middle section here, that's the core. That's the core. That represents all these sequences of cards. This here is a good karma card. It means if you have a split card, it will not change. It will only change to be good. This is good karma card. This is a good karma card as well. This is a -3 green chakra. You would lose 3 if you played this on top of your hand. Okay, so you get the idea, sort of. Well, here's how you play. You take a deck of cards, and assuming it's a full deck, player 1 draws 3. 1, 2, 3. Player 2 draws 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, what I'm trying to do when I play my cards is essentially I determine how many cards are drawn the next hand. For example, if on my card hand I was dealt these sets of cards, my first 3 cards, possibly, let's say they are this. I've got this, and this. So, if I'm smart and it's early on in the game, I want to play this as my card. This is how I play my cards. You hide the negative karma underneath your hand. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm playing this as my hand. That would mean on my next go-round, I draw 3 cards. So I lay this down. That's one example of a hand. Another example of a hand would be simply to show you how the cards work. For example, if I was drawing and drew this hand, the hand that I'm about to draw will give you a clearer idea of how I determine how many cards I pull from the deck. Let's say these are my 3 cards. You see the 3 cards? I've got red, orange, and purple. If I were to play these cards in this manner, this is how I lay my cards out. So what this would mean is that I draw 3. See the 3 cards on the bottom? I would draw 3. I lay this down. I would draw 3. The game continues back and forth as you continue to draw cards. What you're ultimately trying to do is either dump your bad karma cards hidden in your sequence, or you're trying to draw 3 cards and keep drawing cards until you get the sequence correct. It's a matter of getting the cards that you need in the sequence. For example, if you look closely on the side, this is a split card, a split card, a split card. This represents 3 cards. This also represents 3 cards. These are the red and green chakras. Player A is going to have this set to play by. Player B is going to have this set to play by. And both players need to get the top part of the sequence and the bottom part of the sequence. Essentially, it's a game about hustling off the negative cards in your hand and trying to get these cards lined up correctly. As you can see, there's a lot of different cards for the chakras. Some of them allow you to draw 3. Some of them require you to lose 6. If I had a lot of bad karma in my hand, I would want to play this, and as your stack gets bigger, you'll get more and more cards. If I played this as my top card, I would then lose 6 cards. Here's the key. I would determine which 6 cards that I lose. So I could pick out in my hand in private, maybe I want to lose this one, maybe I want to lose this one, etc., etc., until you determine the next sequence. This is a sequence. This is the sequence here, but this bottom part tells me, this bottom part right here tells me what I need to play. And I determine what card is on the top of the row here. So essentially, that's how you play. That's how the game works. Now, the interesting thing about this is it works really well with themes. Recently, I had an art history course on Baroque art history, and I decided to make a Baroque art history deck. Let me show you a little bit about how that translates. Here, we have a classic art historical painting that is one of the cards in the themed deck of Baroque art history. This is a -3. This is a karma card, a -3. You would lose 3. This is a famous painting. It also is a red chakra. This card would only allow you to do, it has a 0, so you don't lose any or you don't gain any. It's just a 0. This card is a +3 card. It would mean that if you play this on top of your hand, if this was my hand and I played this as my top card, I would draw 3 next round. This is a -6 card. You can see that if you played this card, you would lose 6 cards in your hand. This is a +6 card. You would draw 6 with this card. All the cards work the same in both themed decks. We also have the traditional and the familiar split cards. Here we see a split card. This would mean that I draw 3 or I lose 3 depending on the karma card that is played. Another card, interesting to note, this is the wild card in the Baroque art history themed deck. This card can be any card it has to be. This can be the alpha, the omega, the beginning, the end, whatever it needs to be, this card can do it. Here we have David and Goliath. David versus Goliath is the snatch card. This card will allow you to snatch another card from your player's hand, be it a wild card, an alpha omega card, or a core card. At every Karmaras card deck, there is only one of the top part of the deck. This is the triple stripe that is at the top of the deck. Many of you have probably seen this sequence before, this image. This is a -6. You would lose 6 with this card. This is a +6. You can see the image here, and you would gain 6 with this card. As you can see, they're all using typical themed Baroque art history paintings. Every card has its purpose, and every card can be played during the game. An interesting thing to note is that when you have the hidden karma in your sequence, and you start to stack up bad karma cards. For example, if this is my hand, here, here, and here, and let's say we've got a switch card in the set. My opponent can look at these cards, and he can say, wait a second, even though I can't see behind the cards that are shown, some of them have negative energy, some of them have bad karma. So he could call me out on the bad karma and say, hey, I think this blue card has bad karma. If he gets it right, then the karma applies to me. If he gets it wrong and falsely accuses me of having bad karma, then it applies to him. He was wrong. This did not have bad karma, so it would therefore apply to him. If he said the orange card had bad karma, he gets it right, then he said yes. For example, see, let's say I'm hiding this card here. Let's say we know I have a switch, and I'm hiding the bad karma card, purple. And he says, wait a second, I think you've got some bad karma in your hand. And he gets it right, then boom, I lose 6. Lose 6 cards that I choose. If he gets it wrong, and it was a plus karma, then the negative karma would bounce back and apply to him. So for further details on how to play, go to the website, Karmaras.com. You can see it on the back wall, Karmaras.com. It combines karma with the word chakras to form the word Karmaras.com. Now you can go to that website and see more detailed instructions on how to play. From here on out, for the remaining time, we are just going to show you the rest of the cards in the deck, and some of you may find interesting. Here is a Baroque art history card from the Baroque themed deck. We have an angel chastising Cupid. We also have a Caravaggio painting. This is known as Sic Bacchus. This is a -6 card. Here we can see many ancient themes reflected in the Baroque art history card. This is the Alpha Omega card for the art history deck. You can see it is the same concept, the same rules apply, it is just different graphics on the cards. Here is the core card for the Baroque art history deck. We can see here on the left and right, we have the sequence. Here is the sequence showing me what I need to get to complete my score, but this one is the core, which is the middle of the sequence. This is a switch card. This can go either way. It can be, as you can see, draw 3 cards or lose 3 cards. Here is a -6 karma card in the orange chakra. Here is a +3 card in the orange chakra. Here is a +6 karma card in the orange chakra. Also, here is a -6 card in the blue chakra. We can see the detail of the work, and this is not only a game but can be used as a teaching tool for students studying art history. Here is a -3. Here is a +6 card in the Baroque art history themed deck. Here is a -6 card. These are all famous Art Baroque history paintings that represent years of work by ancient masters. These cards can be reviewed as a study guide for people studying art history as well. Interestingly enough, the cover of the art history themed deck is some people playing cards. And as you can see, it clearly represents the concept of the game Chakras and Karmaras, built together into one theme. Go to Karmaras.com to see more information about this deck and the original deck and the rules of gameplay and how to play. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstrational video, and I'd like you to check out the game when you can. It's a really nice game, it can be used as a study tool, and it's great fun to play. It's built around strategy, entirely around strategy. You can have a worse hand and win in this game. And the concept that it teaches you is sometimes in life, we get dead things thrown our way, bad things thrown our way. And it's how we deal with those things that determine the rest of the future success of our lives. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed and learned a little bit more about the game Karmaras.